You're going to run into a handful of issues when you get into sublimation printing, especially when printing on these aluminum panels, and I wanted to highlight one of them today because it comes up quite a bit and I think it will for you too. So as you can see, we're working with a very dark photo here. This came from a customer. They placed an order on my website and they sent me the photo without really asking me any questions. That's not a problem at all. Most of the people I work with, I never speak to. They send me a photo and I just make it for them. The problem with this was the original photo they uploaded was much darker and blurrier than what you see here. Now that's not always an issue. A lot of photos that people do upload are somewhat dark and have a little bit of blurriness to them. So what I tend to do is I put it into a photo enhancer, it clears up the image, and then I brighten it for them. But this photo kind of took it to a whole nother level. It was hard to see what I was looking at because it was so dark. When a photo's too dark, it's hard to brighten, and when you do brighten it, it just doesn't always look right. Now why does any of this matter? Why do you have to brighten a photo before you print it? Well, what happens is when you print this photo and then put it through the heat press and have a finished product, that aluminum print will be darker than the photo that the customer sent you. And so with almost every single order that I receive, unless it's a perfect photo that was already brightened before they sent it, I have to brighten it myself. I really only mess with two things, the brightness and the contrast, but you do have to mess with them. With this customer's order, I increased it as much as I possibly could without really distorting the image, and to be honest, it was still dark. The other problem I had with this image was they uploaded it as a landscape photo, but I can see the original photo and it looked best as portrait. Since I didn't know what to do with this order, I actually reached out to the customer and asked them a few different questions. I let them know that this is not going to come out all that great in the end. I can still make it, but there are better options. If you have a different photo, that would be great. I also can see that it would look better in portrait, but you wanted landscape, and so I can make that change if you'd like. And then this is where things get a little bit difficult. I sat on that email for a couple of days and I never heard back from the customer. This is very common. A lot of the customers that I email, I never hear back from, and if I ever do send one, it's because I have a question about their order. The problem is if they have no issues with it, you don't want to keep them waiting around for too long without them knowing, so you want to get that order packed up and sent out or cancel it, but then they'll be confused why you canceled it. I tell you this because I deal with this multiple times per week, and if you're getting into custom printing like I do, you're going to deal with the exact same problem. They're going to upload poor photos, you're not going to know what to do with them, then you're not going to hear back from the customer, and you're going to have to move forward anyways. I don't say this to steer you away from getting into this, I just want to warn you that this will occur quite often, and the best thing I have found to do is just take the exact photo they sent, clear it up as much as you possibly can using your best judgment, and then send it to them. And if they don't like it, you let them know that you reached out, never heard back from them, and that this is what they ordered. Now this is a common thing, but not what you will always deal with. A lot of times you will hear back from the customer and you can solve that problem. The other thing is a lot of them know what they uploaded and they're going to be okay with the finished product that you send them, meaning they know they uploaded a blurry photo, they know it was dark when they sent it, but it was their favorite photo and it was the only one that they had. Their hope is that you'll use your best judgment and give them a final product that they'll like. You have to remember that a lot of people are not professional photographers or don't have professional photos taken, and so they're going to send you things that are tough to work with, and you're going to have to find ways to work around that or with it. It's trial and error. The more you do, the better you'll get.